Hey everybody, welcome to Stay Fishy Friday live stream.
What's up, everyone? Happy Friday. I literally just rolled in the door probably about 30 seconds ago.
I thought I was starting this by myself. I'm damn glad to have you, son. Hello everybody, everybody saying hello in the comments. Drinking word for the night is ribs or ribs, however you want to say it. We'll be talking about it.
My chat.
I'm outside and Mark's there with Reaper, and he goes, how you feeling? And I'm like, oh, I'm a little sore, bro. I can't bend over. I can't, lay down. I can't get up. It hurts. And he goes, karma's a bitch. I'm like, what are you talking about? I guess last Friday when I caught a little buzz, he was here, and he had a cracked rib or something and broken rib or something. And I was joking with him, and I smacked him in his rib. and now it's funny, a couple days later, you got broken ribs. Everybody's saying ribs. Drink up, everybody. Drink up.
Oh man.
So you're running in from somewhere. What's been keeping you so busy today?
I'm setting up for Jay's party tomorrow, and there ain't gonna be. They did not get to doing that street, so they milled it. Okay. So they didn't even put out signs. Didn't let us know that they were doing this street construction. The mill truck just showed up on Wednesday and started tearing up our street.
Okay.
So what the hell? So I go out there. I talk to the construction guys. Like, hey, what are you doing? What's the plan here? They said, oh, we'll be out of here. We're just gonna mill it. We'll come back, seal it, and then top coat. We should be done by Friday. So that was at the end of the day yesterday. They said they'll be back to day to pave. At like 9 a.m., 8:30, they roll down with the street sweeper, start sweeping it up, and then they come in with their truck and start laying down the asphalt emulsion. And it's just that thick, sticky black tar that binds the new coat to the old
tires are now taking your driveway, making it all black, and your driveway's making the street all white.
Yes, but they at least when that was laid down, they at least came back with a thin layer of gravel and laid it over. Okay. So it's not too bad. If you go slow, you're not going to get tar all over your car. Or earlier with that, it was some tar everywhere.
The sticky stuff.
So by tomorrow, we should be all right. It should have dried.
What time's this party?
11 or 1. I'll have to ask for it.
I've got his presents here, but I've never got them wrapped. There's been no community service over this week at all. And when I did have people, like, Robert came out, we worked our ass off outside. So I never got around to wrapping his presents.
Bring them over. It's not a big deal. But yeah, I'm going to have everyone parking up on the street tomorrow. And
what about your front yard?
Possibly.
That way nobody gets trapped in. They can all back out to the driveway and go out,
Well, we'll see.
Both sides of your driveway, actually, you can use.
We'll see tomorrow because I'm planning on setting stuff up in the front yard.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I cleared out my entire garage. We're setting up like a bumper car arena inside the garage. There'll be 6 different bumper cars in there.
You're renting that stuff?
Yeah. Kind of like the pop-up tents for people to stay out the sun, chairs, tables, all that good stuff, yard games.
Do you need the cornhole boards? I got like 3 different sets here.
For the sake of my ease, I'm just going to remember to bring this in case.
We also got horseshoe setups. We got that.
Yeah, I've got pickleball for the yard too.
And have everybody park in that area to the left of your driveway, and you got your whole front yard to use.
Yeah. We'll figure it out tomorrow, either park on the street or in the side lot. But I still gotta go home and do a bunch of stuff.
It's in the morning. Oh my God, it just comes up so quickly. And we've known about it, but it just still shows up so quickly.
Yeah. It's been like 1,000, but the balloons, the whole ceiling of like the breezeway and all back there is all going to be glued, but balloons up on the ceiling.
Nice.
So big.
That's a lot of cleanup
arches.
afterwards. All right,
Yeah.
what does that say? Can you read that?
James
Wise?
Wise, $10 is for Chili's baby back ribs at Reaper's next date night.
Reaper's right out. He's outside right now. I told him to come in for the live stream. He's sitting outside. He showed up, and the marker out there. You know, Jerry's out there, and I was going to be in here doing this live stream by myself. I thought till Josh showed up. Here's to my kids. Oh,
here's those ribs.
Summerlee said nobody's going to mess up JJ birthday bash.
The
way I see these kids, young kids' birthdays, because they're not going to remember it. None of you guys remember before you were 5 years old. So, you know, you're getting to practice at their birthday parties and getting used to know how to do it. And it's when they're 5, 6, and 7, they're going to remember that stuff, you know, and you got it down pat at that time.
pictures are also worth
a million,
word,
yeah,
you know?
yeah, for sure.
But the theme is to Talladega Nights. If you're not first, you're last. So he's got all theme like.
So we're gonna pray to baby Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Serving the Domino's, KFC, and Taco Bell.
Also,
got the Blueberry Mountain Powerade and all that good stuff. She made the cookies. She does all them sugar cookies, so she cut them out shaped like cars and
awesome.
Decorate them with the royal icing.
Kelly Lee says community service could lay that real quick.
Probably. For it being a small road, there's only what 4 houses on the road.
Is it
5 if you count the corner
corner
house. The corner house is technically on Drake.
Right.
So
But
4 or
drive
5
back
houses.
so far. It looks like a house on that street.
I'd say maybe, I don't know, 1,000 feet, 1,500 max. It's taken them a long time.
But you being working for the city, I'd have that changed from Miller Court to Josh's room.
I work for Cleveland, not Strongsville.
Strongsville pays so much to Cleveland for their water, for their everything. So you have some pull. You have some pull.
We own the water tower and the water line. So that is inside the right of way. So 10 foot on each side of the street. That is us. I think I'd have an easier time just buying the rest of the houses on the street. And then you own them all. You can name the street whatever you want.
That'd be cool.
I mean, I could put in a petition now to change the name, but then my neighbors would have to say.
Right.
But I don't want to buy all the houses either. The apartments, maybe. The drinking word is ribs.
Josh, any word on hanging the poster at the rescue for the city? What does that mean?
So I will do that when they actually want to do a full sponsorship with us. Right now, they get to say that, Josh from Ohio Fish Rescue runs their engineering department, so they kind of get the perks of the rescue already. But like we just went in and tried to get the Cleveland Water logo in at like the public aquarium, the Cleveland Aquarium.
Yeah.
And they wanted like 10 grand. It was either a month or a year to put.
That's crazy.
Their logo
at the Cleveland Public Aquarium.
Yeah.
We're bigger than the Cleveland Public Aquarium.
Total.
We have more water. We want 1,000 a month.
We don't have no more. they've got us beat by water tenfold.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Everybody that came here from out of state,
They said it's better, meaning we have more fish, more things to look at. But volume of water, they got us beat with their Shark Tank. I just walked through it not too long ago. They took us on a behind
how much
the
water
scenes
does a
tour.
Cleveland Public Aquarium have?
And I think their Shark Tank is like
260,000 gallons. They got us by 60,000. We need to build a tank 41 foot long, 60,000 gallons. We beat Rod and we beat the Cleveland Public Aquarium. That's what we need right there. Across this entire facility. We're close.
Close.
And everybody says it's better here.
Yeah, their key attraction is the Shark Tank, and it's 230,000 gallons.
Really? One tank's 230,000 gallons. The rest of them is the other 30,000 gallons?
Yes.
That's why everybody says we're better. We're spread so far much more out.
We have more when it comes to fish, but they got us beat with the Shark Tank. You literally walk through it. It's a tunnel, and the tiger sharks are swimming above.
I did say that they have us beat because we don't have any tunnel tank.
Right.
But their one tunnel tank is also the biggest tank
And
ever.
their touch pool is 11,000 gallons. It's a big round thing with nose rays.
Do they cover their barbs at all?
They snip them.
Really?
Yeah, you just cut the barb. Yeah.
That's not cool. You just take and put a piece of cork on it and it's fine, you know?
Yeah, but what happens if the cork blows off and then, it stings someone or something like that? Yeah, our tube is 175 foot long.
Robert comes in. I'll help build it with you. Man, I tell you what, Robert's a working machine.
Mm-hmm.
He stayed here with me for 3 days, and we worked our ass off. We drank and then worked our ass off. And when I got to the point where I'm like, okay, we've done enough. He's like, no, what else you need to get done? And we went and started doing more stuff. That's how we got the whole gazebo drilled down and all that. I mean, he worked his ass off here.
He's the one who helped me get you up too.
When I fell. Yeah. See, it was when he was leaving is when I broke my ribs. People were saying on the video today, oh man, what kind of drugs are you on? Because I've never seen anybody be able to move the way you moved, while having a broken rib. No, but see, I didn't break my ribs until Robert left. I fell onto the trailer, and that was that. And he went home, and I've been dealing with it since. And I hit that trailer hard. I did not want to get up off that ground. I just remember making some unnatural noises, like, I couldn't breathe. I did not, it was too much pain. It was crazy. The only place I see that we can build anymore is put like 20 foot onto the whole side of the fish room on the neighbor side and leave 10 foot to the property line.
I just don't really want to build on more here. It's just like trapping you here, and
I'm already trapped here.
if I ever want to take the rescue somewhere a bit bigger, like the pond's great for what we have, but it'd be way more impressive if we had a 30-foot long window and it was a 60,000 gallon. If we got somewhere and build a 100 by 200 barn, we could build things like that and build it into the structure. But I don't know. Someone asked when Jay's birthday was. His birthday is actually the 23rd, but his
We're
party's
celebrating
tomorrow. Yeah.
Right. Which is the 20th.
Yeah. Pull these chats again. I swear, YouTube keeps adding all these things. I'm trying to press the chat, and it's like, set a super chat goal, and it's like, I don't want to do that. Get off my screen. Where'd the
Dude,
chat
that's like
go?
half the time.
There we
I'm on
go.
my chat for, I'm on his Big Rich Price, not Ohio Fish Rescue. Because you know, you run Ohio Fish Rescue. I run Ohio Fish Rescue, the forum, 501c3. So I'm on his Big Rich Price, and I get all these things. Oh, you're posting Ohio Fish Rescue, this, that. And I go click on it and say, do you want to switch to Ohio Fish Rescue? No, yeah, I just want to see the post, you know,
Right.
and it won't let me. And it aggravates the tar out of me. So then I have to switch to Ohio Fish Rescue to see what post we're talking about, this and that. And then, you know, if I read anything and it's something you need to tend with, I have to go and mark it as unread and then go back out of there. Or, you know, a bunch of stuff. You see me answering things and I handle it, you know.
Right.
But I'm not overstepping my boundaries into your area. And, you know, I let you handle a bunch of stuff. But, you know, I try and help you out. But, you know, it'd be easier if everything that it sends a notification to me that I can actually view as Big Rich Price, you know?
I got a call on Wednesday that I have to take. It's a big company that supplies Petco, Walmart, um, all these big bag pet stores, and they want to discuss a potential partnership.
With food?
Not food; they're strictly supplies. But
Okay.
as of right now, I'm not interested in product for placement in videos. So I'm gonna talk to
What we
them.
want is sponsorship.
It would be a paid sponsor at
Yes.
that point.
Yes.
Just because what they offer is not
What we need.
fitting for our tanks. It's
Right.
too small. I mean, they do have like 32-inch tall, 200-foot long rolls of background. You might be able to use something like that,
On
but
smaller
not
tanks,
really.
yeah.
So
Then what we need
walk
is like
into
Universal Rocks, you know, stuff like that. They
Yeah.
need to be a sponsor of us. But, you know, I've talked to the owner of Universal Rocks, and he's not interested in that. He's trying to make money. And, you know, he saves me a little bit of money going through him instead of, you know, going through this. So if we ever did make more, like right now we're bringing in 2,300 a month. If we made more than that and it got up to the 3,200 a month, of which our bills are, and over, I could spend the extra money on backgrounds from Universal Rock and we'll be saving money because right now I can't spend it on backgrounds because we don't need backgrounds to keep the fish alive. We don't need, we need is food, medicine, you know what I'm saying, to
Yeah.
keep them alive. So that's what we're spending our money on because the rest is coming out of my pocket. So once we get up and above that point and we're doing good, then I would spend it, you know, through Universal Rocks. And, you know, he was a great guy and very nice and everything else. But I'd rather have a sponsorship through them. You know, look at what we have done for the Ohio Fish Rescue. You all, the rest of the world, you need these backgrounds, you know, and see what we do. You know, we got 800,000 followers on TikTok. We got, you know, 200 or 100, 200,000 on YouTube, 500,000 on Facebook. I mean, you'd think it would help them out, but you know, I can't say. Who knows?
I mean, I constantly, and I don't care if we talk not in the numbers right now, but if someone wants to pay, like, hey, wants to put your proper product in our video, if it's not something that I want personally, then
Well, there's been certain products that came by, like them, you know, solar panel things. You know, yeah, we'll do product placement, and we get a free 2,000-watt generator with solar panels. Okay, we can use that, but you know, the normal Joe Schmo, we can't use your filter, we can't use your heater, we can't use your air pump. You know, we can't use your lighting. We need big stuff. So I get what you're saying there, but you know, like hey, that bike came through for you and that worked out for you, you know, that's great. um and it works out for them, you know, you did a great product placement in that, you know, and you know, everybody that follows us is like, you know, they gotta love that company because they offered it to you. That's awesome. The same way people would feel if like one of the background companies would offer to just fulfill all of our tanks, you know, and all of our people would be like, oh my God, that's such a great company, I want to buy their, you know, stuff.
Yeah.
and they don't see it that way. That's the problem.
So a couple people are asking, what size tank would we build if you could have your dream tank? I'll let you answer, and then I'll answer.
Okay, it's got to be more than 41 foot long. Rod's got a 40-foot tank. I got to beat Rod. It's got to be 41 foot long because his 40 tank, it'll be small at that point. We've got a 41 footer, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm hearing it's got to be more than 230,000 gallons for, to beat the Cleveland Public Aquarium, but we don't need that. We already got 200,000. So the big 41 foot tall tank has to be at least 50,000, something like that. And then we've got more water volume than the Cleveland Public Aquarium. So them two parameters will work out, and I think we can do that if we shorten our deck a little bit. Over there where we have the couches that I was complaining to you. I'm like, we have couches up here and we have couches down there in the gazebo. We don't use the couches down there because we have couches up here. If we shorten that deck by 10 foot, we can now have 46 foot for the length of the building, the addition, and put a 44-foot tank inside of there. And, I think that would work out, and we'd have bigger than Rod and more water than the Cleveland Public Aquarium. And I think that would satisfy both my parameters right there. So 46 foot long, and we can have it at 16 foot is the room. We can have it like, I don't know, 10 foot thick from front to back, and then have it 8 foot tall. So do the calculation real quick. 44 foot by 8 foot by 10 foot. We'll tell you how many gallons that'll be. Suan says nobody wants a shorter deck, Rich.
26,000.
Okay, so 26,000 on top of our two, but we're still not beating them then. You have to go more.
So now my plan,
Okay.
if I get what I want, I've got 100 by 200 building, right? That's
Where?
20,000 square foot. When I buy my land, it's the building I'm putting on it. It's 125,000 steel building. That's not including the slab. Slab is additional. 125 is just for the steel building and erection. So while I am building that slab, the 100 by 200 will be the building. Off the backside of the 100-foot span will be the back wall of the building. I envision that being one big giant tank. I could do 100-foot long. I can do 30, 40, 50 foot wide because the width really doesn't matter. It's just more concrete at that point. So let's do that. 100 by 30 by 10 foot tall. At 30 foot, it's 224,000 gallons. Let's do 40 foot. That's 300,000 gallons. And 50 foot is 375,000 gallons. And then that would leave the 20,000 square foot inside for all displays and tanks. And the tank would be outside of the building. But I would build it toward the backside. It is an awning over the back of the tank, so there's no sunlight getting to it. And then I would just close in that gable on top of the backside of the tank. And technically, I would heat it from the 100 by 200 roof, or the room. And then on the roof would be all solar panels, run everything off of solar.
Well, not only that, if we put in a black steel roof, we could just run water hoses all the way, 2-inch piping all the way across it, and heat the tanks from the roofing. Even in the wintertime, it would heat up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we could figure that out for sure.
But then that 100 by 200 room, I'd probably then at that point split it in half and take half for toys, or do a quarter of it. So you got 50 by 100, which is a respectable garage. You partition that off, humidity controlled, and have all your toys in there. So you have 15,000, floor room feet for tanks, which is a bit bigger than Rod's 10,000 showroom in New York. So, you know, you always got to be thinking
That's
about
all that matters. As long as we do right, that's all that matters.
But yeah, we are a long ways away from that one.
I know. He jumped ahead of us real quick. We were like edge and edge, you know, for a long time. And then he got us.
I think that's more like a 10-year plan. Because I would have to sell my house, and I would not plan on buying a house. I would just buy the land and build my house. Because my wife wants too many things that are just hard to find in your perfect house. And if you do, it's, you know, a
Build it.
$1.5 million house.
Right.
I can build it much cheaper than I can buy it. And then at that point, I get to have the building for all my fish and my toys, and not have to worry about it.
And your innocence, I like the vision, Josh. Taylor says insensitive tonight. Okay. Oops, good evening, Rich. What's up, Whip? What's going on, brother? Hey, Whip, would you like to be on the live stream? Come on, brother. You can be on the live stream with me. See, I offered to you. Just making sure, you know, because you didn't offer me. Just saying. Well, he runs that StreamYards, and he can just, I can call in and be on his live stream. I can't do that here.
We can do it on here too. I have the
No,
the
I
link.
know we can on the OBS, but I tried it before and it was like very painful, and we never figured it out.
I found the easy way. I have a link, and it's a video that shows how it's like a 3-minute video.
Send that to me.
Just have to do it.
Because then I'd have all kinds of, I mean, all these people here would be knowing all of our friends. You know, one week we got, you know, Paul Caparo on. You know, next week we got, you know, Rod from Predatory Fins. You know, next week we got, you know, dude from California. We got dude from Oregon. You know, all these different people that, you know, would be very interesting to talk to. You know.
Do I have an ice chest next to me? No. Why do you ask?
Do you need an ice chest next to you? I can supply that.
No, I brought two beers in because that's what I drink during a live stream. So when I finish this, I know it's about time to go. Guess I can get some messages again.
Dude, I want you guys to know that Wednesday night, you know, this is my second night having broken ribs. I had to watch Tracy 16 hours the night before, but the night before I sat up and I did not go into my bed. Wednesday night, I went to my bed because every 2 hours I got to get up and reposition Tracy and I suction her out every 2 hours all night long. And I can't go to sleep. That was fine, but oh my God, it took me so long to get into my bed and get down to where I'm repositioning all my weight on my ribs, so it hurt so bad. And then I'd get it all figured out, right? And then I can start breathing, and then I can calm down, and then okay, I'm okay. And then I'm laying there on my ribs, and I'm okay as long as I don't move. And then it came time to get back up to go out to take care of Tracy, and it hurt so bad. I couldn't pick myself up. I couldn't. It hurt so bad. Oh my God, it was so bad. And I finally get out there, you know, this and that. And I did it like, I don't know, 12 different times, you know, that night. It was so bad. And then in the morning, the nurse was here, and I was scared to go back to bed until the nurse was here because I had an hour to go. I'm not going to go to bed for an hour and get back up, you know, within an hour. The nurse was here. So I stayed up and I cleaned the kitchen. I did this. I pre-cooked some like hard-boiled eggs. I did all the dishes. I did all that waiting, you know, for the nurse to get here. And here, she didn't show up at 7 because that was our normal nurse that called off. She didn't show up till 8 because that's when she scheduled it for that day. So then, you know, I'm sitting out there, I'm doing all this other work, and I'm thinking, no nurse is coming. Oh my God, it was so bad. And you know, then she showed up, and I had already fed Tracy, I already took care of Tracy, I already repositioned her, and she just had to take care of Tracy's lunch with no medication. I figured as long as I was back up before 3 o'clock, I can feed Tracy dinner. And I went in there and I laid down, and it took me about 10 minutes of laying down before I could lay down and breathe because it hurt so bad. And it's the lower ribs on this side where I guess that iron hit me.
Yeah.
And I can feel them moving as of yesterday. Today I haven't felt them move, but yesterday and the day before I felt them move. You know, you sitting there and all of a sudden it feels like a knuckle crack and it moves. You know, you're like, oh. It wasn't bad, but but anyways, you know, I'm on the what, 3rd day now?
Damn.
What?
Casey just sent me a video from the Tennessee Aquarium, and their 5-6 foot long arapaima is covered in gas bubble disease. He's not gonna make
Oh
another week.
no, he's not gonna make it past that. Let me see.
He's just covered. Right? Those are all bubbles all over.
Oh, that poor fish.
All done scales.
Do they know, or does Casey know?
I don't know. Ask him. I literally just got the video.
Wow. Okay, so anyways, all day today, I have watched Tracy and, you know, taken care of her and not gone back to bed. I'm scared to go back to bed. It hurts so bad. Because, you know, you shift your weight. Like right now, I feel fine. I feel normal. I don't feel like I can feel the pain over here like it's sore, but I don't feel hurt until I go to like move this arm and pick up like a gallon jug or something, and I use the muscles over here. Then the muscles freak out, spasm full on, and then I'm like, for a minute, you know, and then it goes back to normal. So I've learned not to do this. So I've sat up all day today and just not gone back to bed, not gone laid down, not done any of that, and I'm getting some work done around here. You know, we worked on the dune buggy today. We worked in the garage today. I put away all the tools today, all that kind of stuff. I'm still getting stuff done, but not as good as I would have if I wasn't broken ribbed. But, you know, the first 4 days are the worst. And after that, it starts adhering and things get better. And you feel the soreness, but not the pain as much. It ain't okay. The first 4 days when you have a broken rib, it knocks the wind out of you when you use that muscle on that side. And, you know, you'll forget about it because it really don't hurt. And you'll go to pick up something, you'll be like, and it just knocks the wind out of you. After 4 days, this is how many times I've had broken ribs. I understand this. It's just sore. It don't knock the wind out of you so much no more, unless you do something really stupid, really severe, you know. But after that first 4 days, you can live with it a lot easier. And then after 2 weeks, you don't really feel it as bad. It's just bone sore in there. And you kind of baby it, you know. Lawrence Cortez says, if Big Rich wants to walk around, we need to wrap him in bubble wrap to protect him.
Hey, I'm just saying, 30 seconds before that happened, I told
30
him to
seconds
go take
before
a
it
nap.
happened, he said, Dad, you need to go take a nap. You're getting a little tipsy. And I'm like, I'm just fine. And then I fall into the trailer.
Yeah. I told him, no, you stay here. I'm going to go handle this. I hear a, oh, shit. And I turn around. I just watch you fall and just hammer the trailer.
I hammered the front end of that trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that big steel front end of that trailer did not move, bend, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It just knocked the wind and the gust right out of me. And I laid on that ground. I was just like,
the trailer's not okay. You're asking. And then you proceeded to try and get up and you use your knee that's all missing skin.
I got
you couldn't even do it.
Oh.
So I had to
lift you.
Don't do it.
Ah, ow. Jerry told me to wear my 3X shirt tonight to see how baggy it was on me, so you guys would see, because he said it looked really baggy today. But yeah, I hit my knee and slid along. I don't know if you guys can see. Can you see that?
Yeah.
And slid along that. That was part of the fall. And then both elbows, I got my left elbow is like swollen still and bubbly, you know, big bubble bruise, and I'm just sore.
Bob Taylor said, "The Demerol and the nap. That's not something you can just get around here."
Hey, you got some spare Demerol? Yeah, they don't give that shit out no more. Somebody says, "Did you stub your toe too, Rich?" No, I didn't.
I do have stuff though. Yeah. You told me you had a few muscle relaxers left. I have a bunch more if you need them.
They gave me the 10 muscle relaxers, and I've got like, I don't know, 2 left. I'm good. I don't want to, illegally take your drugs from you. We're good. We're good. I got it. We're okay. This has been. I've learned to. I've been staying up on my feet all day, just going, because if I sit, it hurts to get up.
Some leave in the car.
What's that?
I said I got some leave in the car.
Oh, now I'll leave. I'll take. I don't have any. I ran out of mine. Oh. Robert Stacy said, "Who'd you give that shark shirt to?" I don't know what you're talking about. Westworld says, "Remind me again when the sale is." It's July 10th, 11th, and 12th. I got my buddy Randy coming over tomorrow, dropping off a bunch of tables for the sale. I've got Sue Ann and her husband, and I think maybe Lori, and I don't know who else. Some other people were supposed to come by like on the 6th, 7th, and 8th to help set up for that stuff.
Learn from the past that a 3-day sale.
Mark, what's up?
Nothing. I'm just doing a little behind the scenes for
The behind the scenes.
Exactly. I figured I'd come with the surprise.
By the end of the first day, majority of stuff is gone. By the end of the second day, what's left we gave away, and that's happened multiple years in a row. So I would not do it a 3-day sale, because there was people who showed up the 3rd day thinking there was stuff here. It was all gone. So make it a 2-day sale.
Well, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday night will start. The people show up and buy it, but whatever. It's Saturday and Sunday is the sale, basically. Okay. So Sue Ann and Deb Charge are coming early, and we're going to try and set up. Mark and Reaper's going to be here helping set up. You see how he just balled and told you?
I caught that real quick.
So we're going to be setting up, and we've got more stuff this year than we ever had before. Mm-hmm. And we're going to be setting up like a whole table of like heaters. This is the $2 table. This is the $3 table. This is the $5 table. Yeah. And we're going to be setting that up for 3-4 days, and we're going to get it done. But hopefully, what we're going to accomplish right now, we're at about 3,100, and I think. How much did you tell me yesterday? 740 to go into the account? Okay. Reaper's got 780 from his GoFundMe to go into the account to pay for that. So we've got 1,500 more into it. So we still $1,500. So that what we're hoping is that sale will cover the $1,500 from the trailer fiasco. And then I don't really have no money out of pocket. Of my pocket, it came out of the extra stuff at OFR, which would be better. And
speaking of, to end the trailer fiasco, you have to bring $100 tomorrow and pay a day for the U-bolts, the lug nuts, and
you just paid them the 200 and some.
That was for the tolls in PA. Okay. That was online. When he was at the trailer spot, he got new lug nuts, new U-bolts for the axles, and the shackle studs. And then
I love how he spends my money.
Well, he called and asked me. I told him.
Oh, you told me, yeah? Okay.
I couldn't get the old ones off. I burned them off. So
Okay.
yeah. I
All right,
totally
guys.
agree.
Say goodbye to the behind the scenes people.
Bye, Wiener.
And what do we always say at the end of the videos?
Let me think.
I don't remember either. That's why I'm asking. I don't want to screw
As
this
always,
video up.
stay fishy, my friends.
Thank you. See you guys. Have a good night.
Oh,
All right, so we missed a lot of text here.
Sue-Ann said we need color dots for pricing. We did that for
No, I'll go buy a bunch of that. Sean asked, did you catch the fall on camera? No, we did not. It was right off camera.
likely story.
You motherfucker.
Sue-Ann keeps saying you got to be there on Friday for the best deal. Honestly, you have to be there early to get the biggest and best equipment because that's always what goes first.
Yeah. And last time we had people lining up outside the gate because I'm like, it's not fair to let you in. You showed up 2 hours early. It's not fair to let you in and then you get the best pics of everything, and the other person shows up on time and they get your leftovers. So I made everybody stay outside the gate until the opening time of the, and then everybody came in, But at that same thing, at the end of the yard sale, I was like, you know what? It's been 2 days. Anything left here, you guys can have. There's been a guy that was sitting there and he's like, yeah, I ain't buying nothing. I'm going to take whatever's left. And he showed up with his truck and he took like 37 tanks.
I remember.
And, yeah, you remember that? And all that. And then, he had himself a sale online for, weeks.
Probably.
So, I'd rather, I'll give away stuff to the kids. I'll give away stuff to people that need it. I just don't want to give away everything. But, the point is, we're trying to get the rescue ahead and get us out of debt, because we've never been in debt with the rescue before. We are in debt now because of the whole Reaper trailer fiasco. We've spent money on, food and, what do you call that? The stuff to heal people, heal the fish.
Nice.
We've spent food on food and medicine, and then we've worked our way back out from donations and this and that, and what I sell or what you sell, and it works out. But now we're behind. I've never been behind in this before.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Now it's a whole. It seems to me like it's a whole new entity I have to worry about being behind. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I've got my life. I'm good. I'm straight. Your life's good and straight. But the OFR got behind, and I didn't like that.
What's World asked what we have for big tanks this time around? Big for regular people, not for.
Okay,
big for
we
rich
do.
guys.
No, we do have there's
We
a
have,
1,000-gallon tank.
No, there's a lot of 100 gallons, 125s, 150s, and then after that you jump to
490.
Yeah, 490.
750.
It's a 700. Yeah,
700.
and that's it.
No, there is that red scale thing that it needs resealed, but I think that's a 200-gallon.
That's a 150. I'm gonna take the 150, and it's gonna be a whole setup. I have the tank to replace that.
Okay, good. We gave away a lot of the reptile tanks, which we call reptile tanks. They're just cracked tanks. Like if Reaper and the boys crack a tank, bringing it back, we give them out as reptile tanks to the reptile people because they can still use it, and we don't need to store it here.
I still have a 120 turtle tank that has a crack on the bottom, but it's filled right now with 6 inches of water, and it doesn't.
And that's all you need for the turtles.
Right.
So
But
it still holds up to that point.
stuff like that is free. Plus, if you put some silicone over it, it's on stand.
Right.
Fine. Tanks are just tanks with no stands are $1 a gallon.
Well, okay, everybody, I've heard this before. oh, well, you know, Pet Supplies Plus does it 1 gallon a tank and they're brand new. Yeah, up to 20 gallons. They don't do it 50 gallons, 75 gallons, 100 gallons, 125 gallons. You know what I'm saying? And not to mention, everybody that buys anything, we give them all kinds of supplies with it.
Yeah.
You know, you spent, and your list comes up to $370. We give it to you for 300. You know, I mean, we're just, we're not there to try and rob you. We're not there to try and make as much money as possible.
Watkinson says, "Are you getting the Black 2000 up and running? The goal is to sell all this stuff, and we'll be able to access it to start working on it. Right now, I can't even walk back.
You can't even get back there." And that was one of my I've got on my list to do is to get that tank back up and running. And I don't have much to do to it. I did a lot of the work already. I just got to do the front nose of it now, and then we're good to go. Oh, by the way, Mike Rush came over here tonight, and I've known Mike Rush since I was 15. Okay, he came over here today, and he's like, you know, Glennie Mayer died. I'm like, what? Are you serious? Oh my God! You know, I'm freaking out. And then it turns into, you know, he's talking about his little brother, and I'm like, you know, Carl, and he's like, no. Glennie's little brother's name is Carl, and he's like, no, Bruce Maddie, he's the one that died. And I'm like, well, F that son of a bitch, you know, he's the one that turned me in and did all this, and you know, he robbed me and all that kind of stuff. So I don't even care. I'm not going to wish anybody dead, but I felt really bad when I thought it was Glennie, you know, and you know. Glennie I've known since I was 12 years old. You know, what am I, 62? So 50 years. And, you know, he was supposed to come over this summer and help us weld up the front of that 2000. Once we get that fixed, he's welding up a piece of metal and drilling holes in it to put it to the cement. So once we put that steel plate to the front in between the glass, we can just drill it into the ground. You know, he's making up that piece of metal. And I'm like, no, not to mention he borrowed our bucket. So now, where's our bucket? You know what I'm saying? He's gone. And Mike was wrong. He remembered the wrong name, which I get. You know, we're all over 50.
So, as your bucket, you didn't get it back yet?
I think the bucket's out there. That's what we just took off to put the forks on, right? Or is there a different bucket?
You have 2 buckets.
Okay, no, he still has my bucket then. Yes. I usually use it in the winter for snow shoveling, but you got Dave to do my driveway on the deep snow. So I didn't need it this winter. So he still has it, yes.
Yeah, look. I mean, he's using that bucket. He took the new one, I thought.
The new one, the one without the teeth. We have the bucket with the teeth.
And we beat the shit now. All right, guys. If Reaper or Jerry's on here, let's go ahead and get you guys in here. I got to get going here soon. I still got to walk back there and do some stuff with the fish. And I got to get back and do more stuff for Jay's party tomorrow.
All right, so you guys here? Reaper, Jerry, anybody? Come on in.
I can go out there and get them if you want. But like I said, there's 2.
Well, you know, you got 10 minutes left. Come on, Josh.
Still got to feed. I usually do that before I step on here.
All right. Just whoever you see out there, tell them come on in.
All right. Well, it was nice hanging out with you guys, and we'll see you all next week.
I see you, Josh. Thanks, buddy.
Sure.
I appreciate it. Don't forget your phone.
Oh, wallet. All right. Catch you guys.
I'll see you, buddy.
Look at that. There's our name.
Everybody saying bye, Josh.
Bye, Josh.
Jerry, you made it.
Oh yeah, I'm here. Get rid of me that easy.
What'd you think of the thumbnail tonight?
Who am I supposed to be? I couldn't figure it out.
Okay. There is Thor, that was me. and then there was Iron Man, right? And then there was Jeremy Renner, who was the, I forget what he's called, but he had the arrows and stuff. You were him.
Oh, okay. Yes.
It just looked like, I started looking after I did it, and I already posted the video. I'm like, damn, Jerry got a long neck. Ouch. I thought it was quite funny. Hawkeye. Ow, ow, ow. Thank you, Depth Charge. It was Hawkeye.
Big Rib Rich. I don't think we're gonna have a Reaper tonight.
No Reaper?
Well, I don't know.
Is he still out there?
I haven't seen whether he's out there or not. I don't know if Mark was planning on taking off after he stopped in here or.
Well, he stopped in here, and I think they were leaving after that.
Yeah.
Because he videoed for Reaper.
Reaper ain't walking around for shit.
Yeah. Jedi Vixen says, Tyler said, see, now Rich doesn't want to hang out with just us. He needs someone else there too. We're not good enough anymore. Don't know what that means. I hang out with everybody.
Take it personal, Tyler.
Right. I hang out with everybody. Jerry Hawkeye Johnson.
I am good.
Terry Bennett says, so are the pellets from the toy gun bad if the fish eat them? They are. See, somebody posted on there that no, they are plastic. Yes, the original airsoft guns are plastic pellets. But if you spend the extra money, you can get the biodegradable white pellets, which are made of paper. And, you know, if the fish eat them, they're just going to pass them and say, I mean, no problem.
They're just pressed paper.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was very impressed by that.
I think I hurt the fish now.
Summerlee says, it's Tyler. He's joking, Rich. His wife is texting him because he's driving. Okay. No biggie. Jerry would be King Poseidon, father of Aquaman.
Wow, that's an honor.
Jerry's been father of many men. Robert says, how's the new pet deer shooter? He's doing good. I see him all the time. Oh. I'll tell you what, the more drinks I have on top of that, you know, ibuprofen and the muscle relaxer, the less I feel my rib.
Yeah, I believe that. They ain't supposed to be drinking on them.
Pompey says, where's Reaper? I think he's either outside or he's on his way home now. I don't think he's coming in here. I asked him to come in at 5 o'clock. I said, Josh ain't here yet. Come on in. Blah, blah, blah. And then I sat here and he never came in. Jerry Vixen said, or Jedi Vixen said, yeah, Jerry's kids. I love that. That is so funny. Sue Ann says, ribs. Ow, 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 ow. There you go. Ribs.
Ribs, everybody.
Oh. Ow. Oh. 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 Whoops World says, Rich, you need to invest in some new shirts. I think if you spin around fast, that shirt wouldn't even move. It's too loose on you now. It is quite, you know, big on me. You know, this is a 3X. And it's just so baggy. But you know what? I wore my Superman shirt. I wore my Skull shirt. I wore my Dragon shirt. And now I've got like 8 black shirts, and I can't tell if they're 2X or 3X. So I put one on today, and it was comfortable. I just went with it, And Jerry said on the back deck, he's like, "Damn, that shirt's so loose on you. You should wear that tonight because it'll show everybody how much weight you lost." Uh, All right, so now we've got a new person living with us. We got somebody I call Bird John. Now, you guys heard me many times before. Reaper's been a friend of 30 years, 35 years. DJ was a friend of 30 years. Hoover was a friend of like 25 years, whatever. Bird John, I've known him for like 35 years. And we've done a lot of wheeling and dealing over the years. He had his life, I had my life, but he had birds and, guitars and, doom buggies. And I was over here. I had, this, that, and that, and dirt bikes and this and that. And he wanted to trade this or trade that, blah, blah, blah. And we've done many deals over the years. So, Robert Stacy, hang on a second, guys, says, "Thanks for putting me in the Dungeon and Dragons room while we hung out and worked and drank a little or a lot on both." You're welcome, Robert. You worked your butt off, buddy. You have earned your keepsake here. You can come back anytime and you'll get treated with royalty with the Dragon Room every time.
Oh, you're a good company.
It was good company. So anyways, we got Bird John living here now. And he'd been here, what, 2 weeks, week and a half?
No, about a week.
And, there's another one of my friends, I'm just saying, goes back 30, 35 years. And another one of my buddies showed up today. And, he was riding his motorcycle. He showed up here. And I got to introduce, I've known John for 35 years. I've known you for 35, 40 years. It's time you guys, meet each other. And they got to, meet and stuff like that. And, it's just nice when you have a bunch of people that you've known for 35 years that still think you're fucking all right. You know what I'm saying? Summerly says, "The vacuum loser you knew for a long time." Oh my God. Well, I didn't know him closely. I didn't never let him live with me before. I've never done that, but over the years we've done a lot of deals together, and he's never screwed me and I've never screwed him, and everything was fine with him until he moved in here and I realized how lazy he really was because we got back from working.
Sure made up for it, didn't he?
Dude, you were here 16 hours working that day.
Yeah.
Hoover worked 16 hours. I worked 16 hours. And then Phil worked 16 hours.
Everybody was working.
And then when we got home,
that was an insane rescue.
It was an insane. You got to go to bed. Hoover got to go to bed.
I didn't have a choice.
Right. But the point is, Reaper left and all that. Phil left. Everybody went to bed. I was left all night long, staying awake, taking care of those fish. And then in the morning when he woke up and you were like, "Dude, you better get out there. Rich has not gone to bed yet. Blah, blah, blah. You need to help him." It was like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I was puking at that time too.
Okay. And also I was watching Tracy at that time from like 7 o'clock until it was like 10 o'clock. He comes out there and I'm like, "Oh, thank God. Please listen. I'm filling this tub. I'm draining this tub at the same time. Take the hose and put it in the next tub and we'll drain this tub and fill this hose. I got to go to the bathroom, And I let it go and I went inside and I went to the bathroom. I took care of Tracy. I come back out. It was like 20 minutes later and there was nobody out there. And one of those tubs of fish of the 365 koi was completely empty. And they were all laying on their sides going, right. And I was like, I was flabbergasted. I was so pissed off, where the hell is Hoover? Why would he let this happen? He was watching him for 20 minutes.
I was down there sick as a dog, and he come back down right away. after.
So he wasn't out there at all.
No, hardly at all. He probably just turned around and walked in right behind you because I'm still sick down there puking. And he comes back down and I look up and he says, I'm going back to bed.
So his need to go to sleep was more important than keeping the fish alive.
I have no idea, man.
Well, I came back out 20 minutes later.
I had only been here about a week.
Okay, but I came out 20 minutes later and all these fish were on their side. There was no water in that tub. And I immediately started filling it up. I'm panicked. I'm in panic mode. I'm freaking out. You know, I spent all night long from 2 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock on top of the 16 hours I worked before that. Not only watching the fish, but from 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock watching Tracy too. I'd run in, I'd move Tracy, I'd suction her out, I'd come running back outside, I'd swap hoses. And when I asked him, I'm like, oh, thank God, 10 o'clock in the morning, I got some help. Please do this, do this. And I went in, 10, 15 minutes, going to the bathroom, taking care of things, and then taking care of Tracy.
He basically just said, fuck you.
He did. I came back out, and all those fish are dying. Now, I saved 90% of them by putting the water in there and bringing the water back up. But there were 64 koi that died because of this situation.
Because of it. You did your best because some of them didn't die right away.
They didn't die until after Hoover did what he did.
Well, no, but they weren't dead yet. You were trying to get them back to life,
Right.
but it was too late.
So I filled up 3 different garbage cans, about 2 foot of dead koi from this. And I was livid. I was like, what the fuck is your problem? I was so pissed off that finally he comes back out, and I'm out there and I've got 3 garbage cans full of dead fish. I was so mad that I screamed and yelled at him when he came,
Yeah.
And I've never screamed and yelled at him before. But I'm like, what the fuck is your problem? And who the fuck you think Jesus Christ, you left me here, blah, blah, blah. And I just screamed and yelled at him. And, he takes pictures of these 3 garbage cans, and then he starts going on the internet and sending these pictures to everybody. Look what OFR does to the fish. They're like trying to destroy my good name. You know what I'm saying? And then he's sending them to everybody, like all these people that I used to be around, and he'd send them to them directly. And these people are getting a hold of me. What is going on? I'm like, this guy, not only did he not do what I asked him, and he's all he cares about is his own personal sleep. I was already up 16 hours, and then I was up another 10 hours, and I just asked for 10, 15 minutes to go to the bathroom and take care of Tracy.
Okay.
If he couldn't do that.
When he came back in after Rich hollering at him, he was almost crying. And he packed up everything he owned and hauled it out to the curb and called himself an Uber.
Yeah.
And
I've never talked to him since that day. That's the last time I talked to him. It's been over. I mean, how dare you? I said the words, oh, thank God, I've got some help now. Please watch this thing. When this fills up, put the hose to there. Let that one fill up. I'm going to drain this one. I'll be back in 10 minutes. I didn't make it back for 20 minutes, but I come back to mass devastation and death that did not need to be if he did not care about himself more than the fish that were there.
Man, when you was talking to him out there in the street, I'm watching. I said, "Oh, please don't hit him back out there in the street. Get him in the yard first."
I was screaming and yelling at him out in the street.
Yeah.
He's crying and wants to leave, and I'm like, "You little piece of shit."
He turned into a little shitty crybaby, man.
Well, he turned it into poor me. Poor me.
He didn't call on his shit.
Right.
Oh well. Yeah.
We don't talk about it.
Hey, ribs, everybody. Swan's got a suggestion.
Ribs, everybody.
Let's move on to the next discussion.
Yeah, he's tried calling me, Jerry, Reaper since, and none of us talked to him.
I don't know. I did answer him once. He asked me how it was going, and I said, new bed.
How? You cynical, sarcastic son of a bitch.
That's all I answered.
He's like, I got a new bed. His bed.
I was sleeping in an air mattress on the floor. So when he left, I just took over his bed. Oh, where are we?
Whips World said this wasn't recent, was it? No, that was like what, 2-3 years ago.
Oh God, like I said, I've only been here about a week.
Right, so it was almost
So
4
it's
years ago.
almost 4 years ago, yeah. Well over 3. That was my first serious rescue with you guys, and I caught COVID at the same time. So did Reaper.
I'm going to forgive Raheem
Over.
for saying this. He goes, Rich, you all screw up people in your life except for Jerry and Reaper.
Thank you.
We don't screw up nobody. We work, and then other people can't hang,
Oh, I know.
and then they turn
I
on
don't
us.
think it means that we screw up people. I think it's just the screwed up people in your life. All the screwed up people in your life.
Oh, Tyler Kerr says pulling in now. We will be right back. Are you here, Tyler? No shit. Come on in. Just walk through the door. Go to where you hear the live stream.
I thought he was talking about driving someplace else. I didn't know he was on his way here.
I didn't know either.
I'm gonna walk up to the
Oh,
phone.
Raheem goes, Rich, you all got screwed up people in your life except Jerry Reaper. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Thank you, Raheem. Thank you. Bob Taylor says, let's get this party started.
Sorry, vapes don't clink.
Well, you know, the whole point is I give until it hurts, and I keep giving more. I have to take care of Tracy. I have to do this. I have to do that. And I you know, I keep on going. And when other people are like, you know, fuck it, I'm going back to bed, that shit pisses me off. You care about your own sleep more than the life of these fish or turtles or whatever we got. I can't get with that. I cannot get with that. Give up your own to help these out, and then once they're settled, go sleep for a day. I don't care. Sleep for 2 days. It's fine. But you know, to oh my God, to just do what he did and screw it, I'm going back to sleep. I mean, Jesus, that was so bad. And then he wants to turn on me and tell everybody else that's how we treat fish here. Oh, that's that. I mean, he was trying to do an assault on my reputation, and I don't do that. I give and give and give and give and give. I will not go to sleep if there's a chance that these fish are dying. I will stay up. I don't care if it's 60 hours. You know, I will stay up and I will do this. I've been known to stay up for 92 hours driving back from, you know, California the second time, when the first time I stayed up for 70 hours driving to California and back. I mean, I give of myself to try and keep, you know, my pets alive. You know what I'm saying? If they need something, I will give it to them. Reem says, is a nurse available for tonight or tomorrow? I have a nurse tonight at 11 o'clock, and I get to sleep all night long. So tomorrow morning, she leaves at 7. I have to get up, take care of Tracy until the nurse gets here at 8. And then I can go back to sleep or start my day. So, you know, I just don't understand how you can take the fact that, oh, these fish are going to die. This man depended on you. He has to go in and take care of his sick wife and go to the bathroom, and I can't stay out here and watch these
Well,
fish.
it's even harder for me because I'm here for the fish, not for you.
Are you? Oh.
I'm trying to change the subject. Is it working?
I just don't understand how somebody can be that selfish. And I've always told everybody, selfishness is the root of all evil, not money.
You know, he's probably fucking a vacuum cleaner right now.
For sure.
About the only way to get any.
But, you know, the whole point is, if you cared about yourself more than anything else, then you're number one in your book, you know? I don't feel that I'm number one. I want to take care of everything else first, And as long as I feel like I've done enough, I can sit back and relax. You know,
I'm a part of everything and it's a part of me. So if I'm taking care of it, I'm being taken care of.
that's a good way of looking at it.
I know my needs are going to be taken care of. I don't worry about it.
So
Sometimes
Harley Gem says glorious rest tonight. Well, I actually had glorious rest last night. My nurse showed up at 11. I got to go to sleep and sleep until 7 this morning, where I had to get up until the nurse came at 8 o'clock. And, you know, at 8 o'clock, I got up and I worked for like an hour. I worked for like an hour cutting up strawberries and then making homemade whipped cream and what else? Cutting up the shortcake and getting everything ready for Jerry and John to wake up.
Breakfast this morning.
So I made all that, but then I cleaned all my plates and the dishes and all that. I also hard boiled like 14 eggs, and then put away the dishes and washed up the dishes and cleaned all that up before they woke up. And then I got to go to sleep at like 9 this morning, and they ate. I went to sleep, glorious sleep. Robert says, "Hey, do you think that fish get awfully tired of seafood? What's your opinion on that?" No, because that's their natural food. You know, whether it be shrimp, tilapia, you know, smaller fish, whatever. That's their natural diet. It's like, Robert, do you get tired of steak? Do you get tired of hamburgers? Do you get tired of chicken? You know what I'm saying? This is your natural food, and if you got put into a big, you know, jail and people handed you down steak, chicken, hamburger, you wouldn't have a problem with that.
I think you're trying to seriously answer something that was supposed to be a joke.
Probably.
Fish are opportunistic feeders. They'll eat as much as they can whenever it's available.
Felix Kabibble.
Yeah, that's the one.
Kabibble. Yeah. Says, Rich, we all know you're a devoted fish keeper as well as a great person. No need to try and explain what you are. Just a good man, period. Thank you. No, that makes my night. Thank you. That's amazing.
That is nice.
You know, just like the other day, I forget, was it 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago? You woke up in the morning and you were like, "Do you remember the last of the live stream last night?" I'm like, "Yeah, why?" And you're like, "It was fucking beautiful."
Yeah, he had a pretty good discussion on relationships going.
And I actually teared up on it.
Yeah.
You know?
Now you either grow together or you grow apart. It's not
Yeah.
it's that simple, really.
Let me read this. Felix Kabibble says, "Oh no, the wrong one." SJ Fishkeeper, which is Raheem, goes, "That trailer is a curse, Rich. First, the incident with Reaper and the cost of fixing and purchasing the trailer, then breaking your ribs on it. I really hope it is the last unfortunate incident." Well, it's a brand new trailer, brand new axles, 20,000-pound trailer. The tires are good. Everything looks good. Everything's great.
And it's an official rib breaker.
And it's an official rib breaker. I've got all the 20-foot 2x6s or 2x8s, whatever they are, 2x10s, that can replace the entire deck and make it like brand new. And now my son is going to take it to his he's got a spot up in Cleveland, in one of his properties, where he can park all of his trailers. So he's taking it there. I don't need it. It ain't going to be in my way, but anytime he needs the, skid steer, he can stop, pick up the trailer, bring it here, put the skid steer up on it, and go, do his job. So, I mean, everything's going to work out. It's all working out good here now. Everything's good. We just, got to make sure that people know how to drive.
Somebody had to come up with the fact that good and bad things come in threes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. Oh, Summer Lee put up a.
She goes, it took me a minute, but if you want to see the huge koi rescue job that Jerry helped with, here's the link. That is the koi rescue that we did with Phil, Jerry, Hoover, and me.
Reaper.
And Reaper and Tracy. And we were there 16 hours
There was
working.
somebody else there too.
It was Phil was the eyeball man out. He was the new guy. So we worked 16 hours each, and then we worked another 8 hours trying to get the trailer here, and me trying to keep them alive all night. It was crazy. Thanks, Summer Lee. You're the best.
Parts 1 and 2. She says.
I'll tell you just what time is it? It's 6:16 here. Summer Lee says, "You mean vacuum loser?"
Yeah, there goes our eel again.
Ribs, 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 ribs.
Ribs right back at
I'm gonna give you one. There you go, ribs. Summer Lee, you're like just the sweetest. Thank you. You're a good person and you work hard. I appreciate that.
Yeah, she had my back on the other video there. So
Yeah, she yelled at somebody.
That was sweet.
So I says, Rich, you should repost some of the old talked about videos for the members only. Actually, you know what we should do is go back to them videos and then do a commentary on the video as it's going, you know.
That'd be a fun game for some of the mods.
Yeah.
And then they can submit it and we can put it out.
So anyways, we're getting back to normal around here. You know, Brett's gone. You know,
God, even I'm getting back to normal.
I'm just saying, we've got the walkways back. We've got everything going back, and we're not doing all the videoing and all that stuff. You know, things are getting back to normal around here. Even Josh today went and cleaned a bunch of the tanks of the algae off of it.
Oh, yeah?
We haven't had community service, so I haven't had them done lately. And I wasn't actually even worrying about it done lately because we have so much more important stuff to do.
Yeah.
And now we're getting back to where we're getting back into the normal, getting the tanks up to, you know, cleanliness level, the hallways, the walkways, everything. Oh,
I just getting back to my regular water changes. I mean, Josh has been covering for me, kind of, but he's got enough to do without taking care of them hands-on fish in quarantine.
well, he came here came here today and he cleaned 3 of the tanks, the 720, the 1,000, and then 700. He cleaned them all up today.
Well, he makes the final decision on what's where and who goes with who in the quarantine, but you know, whether they're ready for movement or not.
Suanna says, Shannon, you should talk to Rich and Josh about you helping out with the channel. I don't know how else she can help out with the channel. I don't know what you're saying, Suanna. If you've got an idea or something that would, you know, help out, let me know.
Oh, somebody wanted to put together a little thing that's
Damn it, where'd that go? It's
I
gone.
don't know, you lost it.
Here it is, right there.
There you go.
All right, 6:20. We got 10 more minutes till the Tracy update, guys. Come on now. Oh. Ricky Tillison says, "Hey, what's up, Big Rich? What's up?" You know what? We haven't heard from Belle tonight. She's usually here.
It's still alright. She'll pop in the middle of a Tracy update.
All right, so now people asked, "Hey, that airsoft gun isn't as soft as you think it is." Blah blah blah, this and that, and I'm like, you know what? We were shooting hardball BBs through a slingshot,
Yeah.
and that was a whole lot harder than what I told him. I'm like, first thing I had you do was shoot me with it.
It's
And
also
it stung a little bit, but
Yeah.
I lived. I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? And you shot me with it, and it was not a big deal. It's biodegradable pellets. Somebody else says, oh, airsoft or not, they are made of plastic. No, you can spend extra money and buy biodegradable pellets, which are compressed paper. And that's what we have.
Yeah, somebody's got to bring up the summer solstice. I'd love to have a good ceremony tomorrow, but it's just the way it is. As the world turns. I don't go mess around with Stonehenge and all of them kind of new age spiritualists. Been in my own culture the 4 times of the season.
But you're
on
still
the
back there.
solstice,
As the
listen to
world
aqua-
turns, that oil fish rescue.
Well, I suppose you could turn it that way too. I was just saying that there'll be another summer solstice.
See, Doopy says airsoft will not hurt a heron as long as you don't hit the eyes.
No.
Well, the biggest thing you aim at is the side of their body, the wings, And
Hey, as long as they get the message and leave.
right, that's the
I
only
mean,
point. Don't eat our fish. And there is, God damn it, there is rules out there like protecting your livestock, your
yeah,
cattle against coyotes.
those are an investment out there as far as the sea is concerned.
Right, that is my
Right,
livestock,
same,
and I
yeah.
am allowed to. Everybody's worried about it's okay. We stopped with the slingshot because that could hurt and kill a bird.
Yeah,
But
it's
this-
still bounce off. Those feathers are awful good armor.
Yeah. This airsoft is like so soft. It bounced off my leg at like 3 foot away. Okay. And it stung a little bit. Yeah. But that's just going to teach me not to land here no more. That stings. Oh. Jem says, welcome to the fishy family. Come stay for the fish and stay for the fishy family, of course. We're all family. You guys are, who I hang out with. I love you guys. Whoops World. He's quoting music. He's like, Ricky, were you a poor boy? Did you have a heart of gold? You remember that song?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can remember the world terms. I can sure remember articles. It wasn't so much.
Lorenz goes, Doompy, welcome to the OFR AAA meeting. I can't have a AAA meeting if I'm still drinking.
You can have a AAA, you just can't have an AA.
Oh, this is true. This is true.
But you don't want to be driving to your automotive meeting either, the AAA.
Yeah, definitely was Skid Row. Thank you, Sue.
Actually, in an honest AA meeting, they don't care if you're drunk or not, as long as they don't want you to talk while you're drunk. But
Really?
you're welcome to come listen all you want. Back when AA first started out, man, about the only there's somebody such a devoted alcoholic that they have the DTs. You have to get them a pint to get them in condition to come to the meeting.
To mellow out a little
Yeah,
bit.
you know, I mean, it's an old, you know, before there was treatment centers, you know. I just happen to know the history of the place. Yeah, Dopey, you're more than welcome to show up drunk at the AAA meeting. Just don't drive.
Oh, James, as long as you're not the driver.
Yeah, right.
All right, let me see who's contacting me here. Oh, she said it's not legal to shoot at the bird without a special permit, even if you do not intend to kill them. It's a good thing we haven't shot at any so far.
Okay.
And are using a low-powered pellet gun.
You can't get much lower power.
They said this is all you can use: motion-activated sprinklers and overhead netting. Okay, so what I intended on today's video is not legal. Well, it's a good thing we didn't shoot any, herons yet.
Well, we in our video and we're not going to.
Well, the point is, I haven't found any yet,
No.
but
I
that
don't
was
think
my intent. I was going to, have you shoot at them. Now it is against the law, federally protected birds. You cannot shoot at them with a low-powered BB gun and try and hurt them.
All right.
So you're not allowed to shoot any herons, Jerry.
I can shoot at them all I want to as long as I'm not trying to hurt them.
Ouch. But that's the point of shooting at them. You're trying to hurt them.
No, I just blink off the rock by them and scare them away.
That's funny. Okay, so thank you, Shauna, or was it Shauna? Yeah, it was Shauna. Thank you for clarifying that for us. We will not shoot at them, period. Ouch.
I've seen some water pistols catch you in half, man. It's there.
Well, also, I found out the camera I have on the back deck, looking at the gazebo. If I turn it a little bit, I can have it set for motion detection, and if a raccoon goes up on the table, I can have the siren go off on the camera.
Set up an air horn out there.
Right, basically, yes.
Yeah, well.
Robert, Stacy says, good chatting with you guys. Cherry, Rich, we had a lot of laughs, had a lot of work, had a lot of fun. When I get more time, we'll do it again. Absolutely.
Welcome anytime, Robert.
Dude, you were a great worker. You were nonstop. I am impressed. Oh, it's Tracy time, everybody.
Yeah, it is.
It is the Tracy update time. Okay, so I'm going to stop talking about any of the replies here, and we're going to go on to the Tracy update. Now, this week, we, of course, you guys know we take 100% care of Tracy. She is my baby. I take care of her like one of my children. She is adorable. She is amazing. And, you know, as I'm here's what I do. You know, I go out there and I'm like, okay, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. I got to feed her. You know, I tell her, I'm like, hi, honey. Good morning, baby. I'm feeding you. Yeah, I got you biscuits and gravy and some ham and some sausage. You know, I got you some honey and butter to dip your biscuits in. It's going to be a great breakfast, baby. And all it is the same thing that we feed her all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I try and, you know, if she can hear me, at least she'll think the food is that way. You know what I'm saying? If she can, you know, actually like blink or grab my hand or close her eyes or look left and right, whatever the way can be, where she can communicate with me. Once I found out she can communicate, I will make a language between us to where she can ask her what she wants. Her life will be so much better if I can get her to communicate with us. Okay. I've always told you guys that there's always been like moments of clarity. You know, like remember the one time I told her she had a granddaughter now and she started tearing up. You know, I notice when she's in her moments of clarity, when she watches me, she'll watch me walk across the room. She'll look at me. She'll turn her head. She will be on me. And if I notice that, that's when I start talking to her, you know. Oh my God, honey, you're here. I love you, baby. You know, miss you, this and that. She's just a sweetheart. And it's on me, it's not on her to figure out a way to communicate with her. Okay. Whether she can blink an eye, close her eyes, look left and right, squeeze a hand, whatever. I need to catch on to that and then make a whole language. You know, squeeze my hand once, honey. You squeeze my hand, squeeze it twice for no, or you know, whatever. You know, look left and right. If left is yes, right is no. There's a big green, you know, Y over here. There's a big yellow N over here. This is yes and no. You know, whatever it takes, I'm willing to do. You know, once I get her to be able to communicate, her life is going to be so much better, so much more. Because, you know, that poor girl sits there for what, 24 hours a day and just stares off into space. And then we come by, you know, every once in a while and she acts like she understands us and sees us and watches us. But, you know, it's got to be so boring in there. You know what I'm saying? She's locked in. It's horrible. She deserves better. So the moment she can communicate with me, I will figure out a way to make a language around whatever she can communicate with. You know, if she can communicate with looking left and right, then that's all our language is going to be based on. Period. You know, look left for no, look right for yes, you know, blah, blah, blah. I can figure this out. I can come up with this. We're going to figure it out. You know, she's living such a boring life being there and just getting out of her chair 5 days a week and sitting in a chair for 2 hours. We can do better than that. You know what I'm saying? We can. All right, let me read some of these. So it says the new deck will be great for Tracy to be able to get some sunshine and fresh air.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, I've got a big 9-foot umbrella out there. I need to figure out a way to tie it up, and then they can be under the sunlight in the fresh air with some shade, because Tracy is so light skinned, she burns so quickly. So, anyways, this week here, she's done so good. You know, her whole catheter situation hasn't blocked up. It hasn't gotten cloudy. She has not had any kind of bio infection whatsoever. She's doing so good, and you know, we just gotta watch for a number two every once in a while. That's all. Other than that, it's so easy to take care of her. You know. And again, I'm going to put it out there. All of her family are more than welcome to come over here. I did this last time. I put out an olive branch, and I got called from her sister, who, you know, started yelling and screaming that it was all my fault that she don't see me. They don't understand. I was divorced from Tracy for over a year. If she wanted to be back with you guys, she would have been. I didn't have no control over that situation. I raised my children. I brought Tracy back in. I made her a good person. I taught her how to be good over evil, learn this, ethics, morals, all that stuff. And all she wanted to be was remarried to me. So if I'm such a bad guy, why does your sister want to be so remarried to me? You know what I'm saying? I'm offering you guys the chance to come over here and help take care of her. Help, come visit her. She's got some great family, like her older brother. I forget. I was at his house. I think Robert. He was in the Marines. He was a good guy. I went to his house. I helped him put in carpet over there. I liked him. There was Mary. She's more than welcome to come over here with whatever her husband's name is. I don't remember. But you guys are more than welcome to come. I just don't want, I don't want her immediate sister coming over, Kelly. I don't want Kelly over here. I will not ever give her access to my house or her sister. Period. She's an asshole. But the rest of the family, if you want to come and help out, you're more than welcome. I've been taking care of her for 7 years, and I've had no help from any of you people. So for you people to say I'm a bad guy and I took her away, I'm the only one that's taking care of her. So you better reevaluate your judgment. I talked to Tanya, her niece, for a long time. But in that conversation, her niece found out a lot of things that maybe the family didn't want known, but she stopped talking to me over that. So she was willing and wanting to come by. But I'm telling you, the Loomis family, it was a joke. You guys lived like 4 houses from me, and your house is torn down now. You had, like, I don't know, 12 children, and there was a few kids that came out good. I don't mind the good coming by. I don't want the evil coming by. So I'm offering a olive branch to the good kids, the older brothers. Like her brother Chris was a good guy. He actually lived with us for a while. He's a good guy. If he wants to come by and see Tracy, he's more than welcome. So is her older brother, that I forget his name now. I went out there and helped him put his carpet in. They're more than welcome coming. His oldest sister, Mary, she's more than welcome. I just don't want the whole Kelly situation here. So she was trash. Here's something you can tell yourself. You know, the whole family was like, I didn't know. You know, I was told she got thrown out, so I let her move in with me. I was told that her parents didn't want her no more. I completely let her move in with me. Now here I'm held as an asshole because on her 21st birthday, I'm giving her her 21st birthday, and I thought the best thing I could do is to get her reattached with her family. You know what I'm saying? So I went and I talked to them, and her parents were like, "Well, if we buy gifts, that is for the both of you." I'm like, I don't care. I don't want you to buy gifts. I'll buy the gifts. I just want you there. They didn't show up. Who showed up was her sister Kelly, and now I come out of the kitchen and I've got a cake with a big number 2-1 on it, and I'm bringing Tracy her birthday cake, and her sister's like, Rich, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, what are you talking about? She goes, I'm like, well, actually, I think I said the words were, I'm bringing her birthday cake out, duh, you know. And she goes, no, she's not 18 or she's not 21. She's turning 18 today. So then is where I found out she had lied to me for the last 3 years about her age. And she lied to me about being thrown out, that she moved in with me because I'm like, if you got thrown out, I'm your boyfriend. Of course, yeah, you can move in with me. So I thought she was 18 and I'm throwing her 21st birthday party. Here it turns out she was 15 when she got with me. And now I understand a whole lot more why her parents hated me. I didn't know it, you know what I'm saying? So, the whole point was Tracy's been with me since. And then I got a divorce, and, none of the Loomis family cared. What happened to the kids? Oh, my kids got raised very well. Thank you so much. Um, my youngest is a engineer for the city of Cleveland, and he makes big bucks. My next kid is Richie, and he is a journeyman, and he has, like, I don't know, 12 people working for him, and he rehabs houses and sells them, and he makes big bucks. Okay. The only one left would be Tracy. And I helped her become an electrician when she was, up and going. Now she's not. But the point is, these people cast stones and act like I stole their sister from them, and that's why she don't talk to me. The whole point was, listen to this. In 19, I think it was 94, I got a divorce from Tracy, and I didn't hear from her for a year. If she wanted to get back together with you people, the people that caused all of her stress, she would have been. She did. I had no control. I wasn't keeping her under lock and key like you guys think and making sure she didn't do anything. I didn't see her for a year. She became homeless, and I let her move back in with me and the kids if she would take on my responsibilities, like be a good mother, be a good person, be, uh, uh, learn ethics and morals and all that stuff. And she fucking did. She became such a good person. You know, the first thing I told her was, because she didn't know how to take care of kids. I'm like, well, look at little Laura Ingalls on, the show, and watch her raise the kids, watch her mother raise the kids. Whatever you like, take on that. And that's what you want to give your kids, you know. And she became such a good person after that. She just took on morals and ethics, and she learned so much, and she apologized to me left and right. Daily she apologized to me for her previous actions, um, she went from being some girl that would do anything to have a guy like her to being a mother of my children and having morals and ethics, and that's what matters, and that's what we want our children to be raised by. She became such a good person. For the next 20 years, she was amazing. She lived her best life. She lived so happy. you know So if the older brother and sister, Keith, I think it was, and Mary, and I forget the others. If you guys want to come by, you're more than welcome. And you can visit her. She is here. She's under my care. I've been taking care of her for 7 years now in a coma. I wipe her ass. I change her diapers. I take care of her. In the last 6 months, she has upgraded herself so much and like shows so much like, I don't even want to say it, like she's there. Like when I told her in one of her moments of clarity, I call it, I told her that she had a granddaughter now, and she let out tears out of her eyes. I know for a fact she heard me that day. She understood. She listened to me, and she's always in moments of clarity now more. She's more moments of clarity than ever before. Sometimes I'll say goodbye to her and she'll just stare off like, but other times I'll be like, hi, Tracy. And she'll turn to me and look right at me. I kiss her on her forehead. I'm telling her, hey, baby, it's me and you now. I'm going to take care of you, blah, 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 this and that. And, she just seems like she understands. Other times, not so much. So, I don't know. Let me go to some of these comments here.
Somebody wants to have Richie come do the bathroom floor.
Melissa says Tracy's situation now should put all that to rest, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It pretty much has. She has more than made up the past to me, and that's why I said if she returns to me, if she wakes up and knows me, I completely believe she deserves to be remarried. That's all she wanted in every one of her letters and every one of her stuff. And for years, that's all she wanted, and I will remarry her again. Even being, a situation where she can't even communicate. If she wakes up and can say yes or no, I will remarry her and give her what she wanted. Because I'm the one that takes care of her. I'm the one that loves her. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. Robert says, you're a good guy with a big heart. Thank you. Oh, Melissa says, no, Big Rich. I mean, her family should let it go. Thank you for that. But, her family, they could have been here all along if they wanted to. I offered the olive branch before, and they just, I don't know. Gracie and Gaggle says, is Jerry okay? You okay, Jerry?
Yeah, okay.
You doing good?
Yeah, you're doing the Tracy update, man. There's not much for me to do. Somebody said, am I tired? Well, I'll go get me a cup of coffee. Thanks for the suggestion. I don't have much to do while you're doing the Tracy
He's
update.
doing pretty good. He's a lot better than he was. He's like trying to get back to doing the things he was doing before. Jerry's doing good. Jerry's doing.
I've actually been doing some water changes and getting up. I just have trouble breathing. Like I was joking about the other day. I cover for Josh when he's on vacation. The trouble is, it takes me all day to do what he does in an hour.
Right.
Yeah, I probably
Jeff
was.
says Jerry was
Harley's
just
got my
zoning out.
number. Yeah, Harley's got my number. I was probably just zoning out a little bit. Ribs, everybody.
Oh.
And he goes, ow, 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 yeah.
Well, I'm trying to get up off my ribs now, you know. All right, guys. I think that's enough of the Tracy update. You know, I wish I could tell you all about her past and her family and all that. And that's why she fell so in love with me, that we were family. We have our circle. You know, our children are in this circle. Blah blah blah. And I taught her right from wrong where her family didn't. You know what I'm saying? But anyways,
I like to comment to Gracie and her gaggle. I hope you're doing better. There's been a lot of side comments about Gracie being in the hospital.
oh really?
Yeah,
I
so
didn't see that. I hope you're doing well.
I just, yeah, I hope you know. I just had a complete workup done in the hospital. I was pleased with what they did and how fast they did it.
And how fast you've healed since. Holy shit.
Oh man, they pumped some serious antibiotics in my system with that infection I had. I just got to stop and catch my breath and get all my shit in one bag once in a while.
Wait, you got a what?
What?
You got a what?
Oh, wait, did I put that wrong?
I just heard some shit that I didn't.
I said I just got to stop and catch my breath and put my shit in one bag once in a while.
I heard. Okay, bear with me. I might be dyslexic, but I heard I got to stop and catch my shit in a bag every once in a while. I'm like, what? Excuse me, what? What?
Whatever it takes to keep you laughing over there.
Oh, god damn it, that hurts.
Hey, I'm only responsible for what I say. I'm not responsible for what you hear.
Whoops World says, Rich, I missed how you busted your ribs. Want to enlighten the folks who came in late? Oh my god, I got a new trailer. I'm up there. I'm trying to put the straps away and trying clean this up, sorting this up, do all this and I was up on the damn thing, and then I walked towards the front, and I fell, got caught over a strap. I fell over the nose, and I landed on the wind up part, the square right here in my rib, and I hit this, and that it was solid metal. It did not move. I hit that, broke my ribs, flipped over sideways, landed on the ground, and I was like, the only words I could say was, I couldn't breathe. I'm pointing at my mouth. I need air, and nobody was getting it. Josh finally ran up to me. Robert ran up to me, and they're helping me, and I'm like, no, I got it. I'm good, guys. But I was not good.
Yeah, just let me lay here and blow it.
Let me lay here for a minute. That's all I cared about. Yes, let me lay here. That's what I wanted. Oh, it definitely knocked the wind out of me. Oh my god.
It sounded Jurassic. Good calls.
Somebody says, but he didn't stub a toe, everybody.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, that's right. I did not. I skinned up a knee and both elbows and knocked the wind out of me and broke a rib or two.
Ribs, Sue-Ann, that was good.
Ouch. Yeah, and the problem is 15 minutes or 15 seconds before this happened, Josh is like, Dad, you're a little tipsy. Why don't you go in and lay down? And I'm like, I'm fine. And then fell over and then hit my ribs and busted everything.
Hey, we still don't know if he stubbed his toe or not. It might have been he stubbed
I might
his
have
toe
stubbed it.
and then fell.
Oh my goodness.
Summer and Suzanne are calling for ribs.
Ribs, everybody. Whoop says, I need to find some wood, but I have never broken my ribs as often as you Ohioans do, referring to me and Reaper. I'm starting to think I'm lucky as hell. Absolutely. Absolutely, you're lucky. You know, the older you get, the more brittle you get, the more you break your ribs. And if you fall down, Jesus Christ, it hurts. You know, back when I was young, I'd fall down, I'd get back up, and I'd start running, you know.
Yeah, you heal a lot faster. I wish I could just put doobies in my ribs, need 15 more minutes in the oven. Say, yeah, I wish I could just put mine in the oven and get it back. They make it all better.
Well, you guys got to understand, Jerry's feeling better. Yes. Is he back to full part? No. He's starting to take on the things he used to do, but he's not up to par. Okay. He's still tired. He's still, you know, what, sore?
What?
You're breathing. You can't breathe very well.
Oh no, I
So
definitely
you're definitely not up to par.
no.
So you're like what, sore, or you're tired? What?
It's just all the energy. You lose all your energy after about the first 3 or 4 hours you're up, and you
Okay.
just got nothing left. It's now I get the upside of this infection. You know, we're not going to work on anything else as long as I've got that infection in my blood system. So we got that on the upside.
Well, look at this.
Now I can start working on the breathing and the other issues.
Right. You got your infection taken care of, and we're not going to take on any more new projects out here. The next thing we're looking for, this is what, the 17th or 19th? Next month, 3 weeks from now,
Yeah.
we're going to be doing the, you know, live stream. Or I'm sorry, not the live stream, the
the
sale.
yard sale.
Yard sale. So we're going to be working a lot that week. So you've got 3 weeks to build up and try.
We'll get it done.
And then, you know, you're going to be part of, you know, marking everything for sale. You know.
Yeah, I understand that.
So you've got, you know, some weeks. I'm not expecting anything from you. You know, you were doing so much, and then all of a sudden now you can't do anything, and now you're starting to do a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know, okay, he's coming back. I can see promise. You're doing more than you were last week. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I see that, and that's just fine. You know, like you were like, you felt bad, and you were like, I swore to you, if I didn't hold up my end of the bargain, whatever, I would leave.
Seriously, almost got to that point.
Well, I told you, no, Jerry, you're sick. You need to go to the hospital. You need this. You need that. And you got to the hospital, and they gave you antibiotics and this and that. And now you're feeling better, and you are taking back over your old stuff. Okay. So I don't feel any like, oh, Jerry's using me. Jerry's taking advantage of me. And I don't feel none of that. You were sick, bro. You know? So I understand that. And, you know, you took a break. That's fine.
I just for your information, what he's talking about is I told him one time that he'd never have to throw me out, because the minute I felt I wasn't holding up my end, I'd be gone anyway.
You did say that. But, you know, the point was, you were sick. And, you know, you were really, you were really tired. You were really sick. You couldn't do nothing. You could barely breathe. You know,
move from one chair to another.
Right. So I did not expect you to do anything. And you felt really bad about that. And I told you, don't worry about it. You know, just get better, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, forget all that. What do you want to call it? Save my face, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
no,
you know me. I don't play that game anyway.
I know, but
I
you were
take care of
really
what's in front
sick.
of me to the best of my ability.
Right.
And I have to accept.
And the best of your ability.
I have to accept what my ability is.
That's it. So, you know, no, I wasn't mad at all. And you were all feeling bad and this and that. And I'm like, no, don't worry about it. You know, so heal up.
Well, you know, it never gets easier. That when you say, I would if I could, but I can't, so I won't. It just never gets easier.
Right.
You still,
I get it.
You know, I wish I could go help. I know what to do.
Well, I took over a lot of your jobs for that month,
Yeah.
you know, whatever.
Oh, yeah, you and
Josh did a little
Josh
bit
both.
more, you know,
Yeah.
and you know, we got through it. We're okay. You know, it's not no big deal. I mean, look,
We can still use
Listen.
a couple more around here.
Listen.
No,
if you could put out a little extra effort and make things run better, wouldn't you want to?
Well, yeah.
Okay, so that's all me and Josh did
Yeah.
was while you went down, we put in a little extra effort
I understand.
and we did that. And you know what? We didn't feel bad. We don't feel used, so we don't feel taken advantage of. We're just like, let's take care of it, Jerry, while you're
I appreciate
you're sick.
I appreciate the support, but I'm looking for a different conversation for a while. We're cutting them out.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just didn't want you to think that you're not doing enough. You know what I'm saying?
Now doing
You feel bad for not doing enough, and you did enough. You know, so you're getting back to it.
And
It's
boss,
coming back.
I'm running as fast as I can, boss.
He makes it seem like he's in jail around. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. I'm running as fast as I can. I'm boss.
What's that, Cool Hand Luke? I'm shaking that
Cool
bush,
Hand Luke,
boss.
yeah.
Shaking that bush, boss.
So Ann says, Rich, Jerry's telling you to take care of yourself first. Do it, please. Jerry, sounds like you need oxygen to breathe. I'm on 6 liters. It's really helping me. You know what? I gave him.
Unfortunately, I think it does. Yeah, I think that's going to be
A thing you need.
for
I
a
gave
while,
him
yeah.
2 liters of oxygen from Tracy's canisters, and he felt amazing. I'm like, if you
Yeah,
had
it
one of
did
those
help.
things on your side that works for 12 hours and gives you 2 or 4 liters of oxygen a day, and you got this little thing, you'll feel amazingly better. I think that would help Jerry
As
big
long
time.
as it's got a vape attachment.
You stop your shit.
The 103. Unfortunately, it's possible. I have relatives who lived to over 100.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. All my relatives. My grandmother was 102.
Yeah.
Her mother was like 104. My dad is 90 now, and he's solid like Rocky. He's solid as a rock.
Yeah, I know.
And he goes out 3 times a week.
I'm
hunting.
enviable, man. The guy's turning 90. I'm only 76. That's not the age that gets you, it's the mileage anyway.
Right. Well, look at it this way. Let me
Summer
explain.
wants me to keep overflowing tanks.
Let me explain this. If you're 65 years old, have you had the experience Jerry had in the aquatic industry? No, you haven't.
Oh my God.
Have you, spilled as much water as Jerry has in his elderly years?
Well,
No, you
laugh
haven't.
out of him. What job did Jerry had?
Well, you took care of what? Intakes. No, listen, let me say. You took care of intakes, quarantining, all new fish that come in. You took care of water changes. You took care of the garbage. You took care of the dishes.
My dishes, you between the two.
You were never good at it, but you took care of the dishes. Okay, but you did. You always were handling it, And my job was, the sweeping, the cleaning. Oh, you took care of the tours too. Yes. Yeah.
Putting them to bed at night, waking them up in the morning, making sure they're not killing each other.
So he took care of a lot, and he's getting back to it. He's
Yeah,
getting back to it.
I'm about 10% there. Let's put it that way.
Contrast. New York says, "Happy Fishy Friday, guys. Here's to you." Well, people don't understand, whether you take care of it or I take care of it or Josh takes care of it, somebody
It's
needs
got
to
to be
take care of
done.
it.
If it
It's
needs
got
to
to be
be
done.
done, do it.
Right. So, you
Although
know,
I've gotten
we're
myself in
getting
trouble
this-
a couple of times because I went ahead and did it, and oops, cost us a vacuum cleaner once.
well, no, you okay. Let me give you a little insight on that. You're like, I'll put the vacuum cleaner up here and prop it up and leave it on, and then I'll go outside here and smoke a cigar for 2 hours.
No, I do that with the tanks, but not with
And
the vacuum.
then the vacuum cleaner is in here and it's like locking up and seizing up and running dry and that's it,
Boy, you got that crosswire between a tank and an electric appliance, trying to shock the shit out of it.
I had to buy a new, shop vac because of it.
Are you damn people? I'm sorry.
Did you say you damn people?
Well, we do rescues, okay? And we pick up everything out of the room because the guy has left him, he's left all of his buckets full of this, that, and everything else. Well, I need a power head to empty the bucket, to empty the shop vac. And the one I had just died on me. So I went and grabbed one. I come out there, I set it all up, set the hose up, drop it in the bucket, and plug it in. And somebody had taken a power head that their dog had gotten a hold of the cord.
Or the Pacu?
Oh, no, this was dog bite. You could obviously tell, but I didn't see it when I was playing with it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So it didn't turn on.
Oh, I danced a little dance. Yeah.
Oh, you got shot?
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, I danced a little dance. Please.
Why are you dancing when we need work done around here, Jerry?
If your dog chews on the power cord, throw the damn thing away.
Unbelievable.
Somebody like me will plug the thing in.
And what you're doing to him is you're giving him like a second chance at life, or shocking his shit out of him.
I needed a recharge.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we've been sitting slow. A little bit.
Well, we're not behind. We're right there.
Yes, yeah, all right. My bad.
Robert says, "Did you ever free the snails?" Brought the music. I don't know what that means, but we got a bunch of snails in. And
Those little snails. Those are little pond snails. The last thing we need is pond snails loose in our system.
we don't want them in our system.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the duckweed.
They will like overbreed
Yeah,
so much. You'll have millions of snails.
And they'd be just fine if the puffers would eat them.
The
But
puffers do.
Yeah, the pond snails are too little to get the puffers' attention.
Ah, okay. Yeah, you need bigger snails.
Yeah, the big, or even a large ram's horn snail. Like
Would you go after a 1/4 inch, fry or a 4-inch fry? I'm going after the 4-inch fry.
Yeah, right.
So that's what you're talking about.
Well, there's little shrimp all over that tank, man.
And they don't bother them at all.
Attention to them at all.
Yeah.
But I throw a big chunk of frozen shrimp in there, and they're all over it. It's easy.
Jem says, "Yeah, I think the cichlids are everywhere."
They're in the touch tank now with Herbie.
Are you serious?
Yep.
There's cichlids in there?
There's at least 3 or 4 of them in there. Yeah.
No shit.
But yeah, big.
Kick the hell out.
Yeah.
Can't believe it.
They come up to that little. They might have came through there when it was off at one time when you were working on it or something.
Vasquez family says, "How's the diet, Rich?" Well, here I am actually wearing a 3X shirt tonight, and I just want you to see how big this shirt is, on me. And Jerry told me earlier tonight, he goes, "That shirt's like so loose on you, you should wear it tonight and show everybody else, how big it is on you."
Well, you've been wearing the 2Xs that are tight, making yes or me. Too bad he can't walk around with that hole in the middle of his chest and the green screen all the time.
Well, the point is, I'm still doing my diet, and even with Robert here for 3 days, and then I had Brett Raymer here 3 days before him. Even with eating all the food that we ate, I still stayed good to my diet. Like if we had hamburgers, I'd make them, you know, bacon cheeseburger, blah blah blah, with the buns and then ketchup, mustard, whatever, and they would eat that. I would eat a bear burger, and I would eat it, and then later on, I just I stayed good to my diet. I just ate more than I normally would have, but I did not falter from the carnivore diet. So it took me 3 days after Brett came here to get back down to 252. Now I'm at 252 for the last 3 days, and I'm not going under it. But that's 92 pounds lost from my total 344. So I hope that answers the question. Are you gonna be able to talk to them for a couple minutes?
Go for it.
I have to go.
Enjoy.
There's no enjoy. I need to get up, and that's going to hurt severely.
See my sarcasm. Oh, Harley Jim says she lost a Tracy-sized person in your body weight.
I did. She's only 99, 101 pounds. I lost 92 pounds. I lost a Tracy. Oh. Oh. Ow. Damn it. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Try taking another muscle action. Don't land on me, bro.
I'm not going to land on you. Oh, that hurt. I'll be right back. Go to the bathroom. It hurts. You sit in one position for a while, and your body gets positioned in that, and it's okay. Your ribs are all positioned here, and then you go to get up, and they have to take on different like the weight of the front leaning forward or the weight of the side or whatever. It sucks. Oh my god. I'll be right back.
Enjoy. Oh, Robert Stacy, I said, what the name of that African cichlid you brought that was killing all the other ones in the tank? That was Melanochromis arowanas, happened to be a female. And yeah, if they're looking for a mate, they can get very aggressive. It takes a real big brood to have them. You got to have at least 20, 30 other fish in the tank with them to have them at all. Otherwise, they just pick on one and kill it. It's the nature of the fish. In the wild, they make a garden, actually. They guard a specific territory so the algae can grow on those rocks, and they're the only ones that get to eat it. They scrape the algae off the rocks. They're gardeners. Oh, any other fishy questions? Need to put Rich in a giant bubble.
I don't hear that bullshit. Oh. 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 Whew. Okay. Hang on a second. Right. I'm back. Oh. All right, since nobody has anything to say that's legible or good,
I don't know.
I ain't reading them last 3 comments. Oh, oh. I don't need to be in a bubble, damn it. Ouch, ow, ow.
Doobie House, is that good or bad moaning?
There's only good moaning in the world, son. Only good.
There's only one good moaning.
Ow. Oh. All right. Someone really says bubble wrap and
Oh, the
caution tape.
girls are ganging up on you, man.
They are.
Watch it.
DT Knox says it's about time for my Friday night Big Rich Purple drink. Is this your first one? Hell yeah. I'm gonna drink to you. There you go. Purple drink. This is for you tonight. Robert says, have you had any more rescued since I left? Yeah, there was a bunch of fish that came in since you left.
It's kind of what we do around here.
Every day.
All I got to do is start making a sandwich or heating up a bowl of cereal or something, and it's automatic.
somebody here.
will show up with some fish.
For sure. Oh, ow. Oh, shit.
Not too bad as long as they show up right where I just poured the milk on the cereal. So you know.
An hour later, it's
an
going to come
hour
back. It's going to be soggy.
yeah. Solid.
Soggy. That's solid.
Well, solid too, yeah. Isn't how much milk you use.
Con Worker says this getting old shit is a blast. No, this getting old shit fucking sucks. What are you talking about?
Then like finding yourself all over again, all over the place.
Are you cold in here? It's
Yes,
fucking
I've got
cold.
my shirt on and I am a little chilly.
It's cold in here. I don't get it.
I've got no insulation, man. And you've been losing yours.
Oh, oh, oh.
You're welcome to turn that air off anytime you want.
Air's not on.
Hey, I believe
The window's open. That's what the problem is. It's cold up. No, it ain't. That window's open.
Well, I don't know. When I was in there, it was blowing cold air. Now it was about 4:30.
I don't feel no air, but the screen is open. The window's open about an inch. So here, look. Let's
I'm
look.
okay.
See what's outside.
If you hadn't have brought it up, I probably wouldn't have made much.
It's 69 degrees outside.
Figures.
That's why we're cold.
Be a good night for a tent and a sleeping bag. And
Oh,
some
you know what?
company.
Listen, the whole weekend of the 10th, 11th, and 12th,
Yeah.
we can have all the mods come here and bring tents and sleep out in the backyard. We've got so much room, and we'll have a mod appreciation, barbecue.
I've already been tempted to just kick my feet up out there and go sleep overnight. The sun coming in from the east side of the, that's the east side of the building, so it gets first sun in the morning. If Herbie goes into the monster barn permanently, will do the new camera turtle.
Listen, Lars Bremen says, first, my fish has Popeye, which is bad. That's a bacterial infection, and did more water changes. Now it has ick, which is bad. That's a different type of infection. But only on the eye. Leave it or medicate it for the ick. Medicate the shit out of it and do water changes daily and re-medicate daily. Okay, you want that to have the most best water, period. And because, you know, Popeye comes in from badly medicated water, bad water, and
Yeah.
it starts like that, right? So your water was bad to begin with. And I hate to say that to you, but you're only trying to keep them at that level of badness. If you can do water changes daily, you bring up the water quality, and that'll help him. Along with the medication will also help him. You know what I'm saying? So do them both. Do them both for sure.
Watch that eye, because that might not be ick. It might be a bacterial infection on the eye from having.
Well, we
Popeye.
know having Popeye is a bacterial
I
infection to
know,
begin
but
with.
that could be about the white spot shit.
Right. So
Yeah.
water changes will
Oh yeah,
clear that up
yeah.
for sure.
I'm just saying it might not be ick.
Deb Charge says she can sleep on the deck. I'll take the direct room. He's talking about Sue Ann.
Yeah, unapproachable. Indica or sativa. It's not a subject for this video stream. I mean, they both have pluses and minuses.
No, we got room enough back there for like 30 tents. You know,
Yeah.
I've got two myself. I can.
Oh
stick
yeah.
up.
I mean, there's plenty of room out there. Now, one night I was right on the edge, and then the mosquitoes found me, and I didn't have no mosquito net or tent or nothing to get into. So
Well, they have this thing on Timu. It is a 160 watt bug thing. It's got a big blue light, and you stick it into the ground and set it wherever you want.
yeah,
I'm thinking right over the pond.
yeah.
No, that'll pull all the bugs away from the house and onto the pond, and then they fry and then drip into the pond.
Yeah.
I
I agree totally with putting up the bug zapper and where to locate it. It's the Timu I have a problem with.
Who? Oh, Timu.
Yeah, whatever.
I've not had problems with them.
Get a decent one. They don't have they don't have to be very big. All they have to do is attract the bugs into the zap.
All right.
Yeah, the trouble with it right now, there's still so much moisture that early in the morning it condenses really heavily. The morning
Stalactites.
the morning dew looks like it rained a couple of mornings here.
Yeah.
But it's getting down into the 50s at night. And that's enough to drop it below the dew point.
The dew point. That's the point where you go.
We start talking
"Fuck
about
this."
dew points and stuff. We're really getting cold conversation here. Somebody asked some fishy questions.
Oh, I know that song. I can name that song in 3 notes. How about that? I'm ready, bro.
Oh, I don't know. It's just something I do when I'm I'm kind of, the silence has lasted too long. Nah, 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 nah.
It was a skillet song. It was all skillet.
Whatever.
It was ready to go.
Go get your guitar and amp.
I would love to.
I
We should
agree
do
with
that
you.
on Friday Night Live. We should grab my guitar or jam it. All right, we'll let them talk amongst themselves. That's fine. Something about suicide beside me. What was that song? Skillet. Right here. Type in skillet.
Slipping down on my shirt.
Oh, it's Hero. That was the name of the song.
Aqua Drew asked how rotary drums performing. It's a better question for Josh, but I have no problem with them at all. They seem to work fine.
What are you talking about?
Oh, Aqua Drew, I'm reading ahead. I asked how the rotary drum filters performing.
Oh, they're performing great. They're awesome. Unbelievable. We love them. This is the song I was talking about.
Okay, it works. It says they love Tim. Buyer beware.
It's great. It's worked for me. It hasn't worked for you.
No,
But it's worked for me.
it hasn't worked for me at all, but that's beside the point. The point is, you get a 50-50 chance whether you get a POS or something that actually works.
The one time that I believed in Timu, I'm going through it. I'm getting everything I ordered. Everything was great. And then I ordered this little bow and arrow that's supposed to be like 18, 20 inches tall. And it showed up 7 inches tall.
Yeah.
And you're pulling the bow like
It
this.
looks like it's for an action figure.
Right.
Action figure.
That's the only time they got me.
I don't know. Didn't you get that little tiny?
Green Queen says, was Supertramp before your time or not your style? Supertramp was fucking amazing. Supertramp was awesome. What was the Supertramp songs? You remember?
Nope.
Here, I'm gonna look it up.
Can't place them.
Oh no.
I mean, I know who Supertramp is, but I can't
Thank
place none of the music in my head.
Supertramp songs. Oh, the Logical song. Take the Long Way Home. Dreamer. Bloody Well Right.
Yeah, Bob
You're
Taylor
right.
just said
You're bloody well right.
you're starting to get a list from the people here.
I'll tell you what.
You said Dreamer at the same time Bob Taylor popped up on the screen with Dreamer. It was perfect.
Supertramp was awesome. Very talented group. And here's to you.
Now we're going to get a list of songs now. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, I use Timu all the time, and it's 99% great. If you listen and read the articles, because they tell you what it's going to be like.
I don't know, the telescope, the flashlight, the POS.
Listen here, you shut your mouth, mister. Ow. So Lee says their material is a fur magnet. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, she obviously got a cat. And some of that material is just the way it is.
Oh.
Just the fur sticks to it,
Okay.
even if it's under a magnet.
I gotta go make another drink. You able to handle this? Ow. Are you able to handle this?
Is it, oh yeah. Are you gonna be able to handle it now?
No. It's so there's
I
pain.
mean, is the drink worth it?
Not at this point, no. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. I'll be right back, Jerry.
I don't know. I haven't really needed to order anything. Besides that, with just a little bit of Social Security I get, just barely enough to eat on. I mean, my needs are taken care of, so I'm not bitching, but I mean, there's no place else in the world I think I could live right now on $750 a month. If I wasn't living here, there's no way I could live on that much. I have a lot of side conversation going here. People are making me sorry I brought up the team movie. They were talking about what kind of deals they got. Oh, hell. Ribs, everybody. Just to see if you're paying attention. Tyler, that's from feeling better. I'm obviously feeling better. I wouldn't be sitting here bad mouthing you people. uh, Spicy ribs. Stoopy's got it. Spicy ribs. Sounds good. Yeah. It's a question I can't answer.
What's that?
Com worker. He asked me if the African tiger fish he sent to Josh 5 years ago is still kicking. I wasn't
We've got
here
12
5 years ago.
12 of them we have.
Oh, I
So,
know we do now.
We've
But
never gotten rid of any.
did we
So
have?
his has got to be one of them.
That must be that Vitalis is in the 1,000 with
Is
one
it?
fish.
Is it his of Vitalis?
I have no
Or
idea. He
Goliath?
doesn't say. He says just the African tiger.
Let us know. Because there's a Goliath African tigerfish and a
That
Vitalis
yeah.
African tigerfish. And I can tell you where it's at if you tell me what it is. Ow, ow, ow.
That Vitalis is the one we've had here since ever since I got here.
Oh, shit.
It's just about doubled in size. The rest of them are all within the last year, actually.
Damn, dude, I feel like I need a blanket or something in here. I'm chilly as shit. Oh. A con worker says Goliath.
Must have rehomed it, or
I would never rehome it.
Well,
We still have
I don't,
summers.
yeah, maybe.
He didn't grow
I'm
as
not-
big.
I'm not gonna argue.
Okay.
I
Because
don't know because it was before my time. That's why I said I couldn't answer it.
you know how you can have 1,000 babies of koi, and one will reach 2 inches and eat the other koi.
Yeah, I know it. They're not the ones. The babies we've got right now aren't that big yet.
Right. But my point is, I can't say how big his Goliath got.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
true.
the Vitatus got bigger, and he's in the 1,000 by himself, and the Goliaths with all them other Goliaths we
Well,
have.
once they get to a certain age, they slow down. They still continue to grow, but it takes a while. I mean, they slow down. They don't go into so many growth spurts like they do when they're teenagers. Suan's been a member for 64 months.
Hmm.
Very nice. She's a red-tailed catfish.
Ow.
All she says is ouch.
Ouch. Ow. God dang it. Well, here's the point. We never get rid of any fish unless you find a bigger home for them. And one of our favorite fish are GATFs. So we would never get rid of a GTF. If a VATF outgrows it, ouch. I'm just saying.
I say just curious.
It says Suan was a member for 64 months, but she's only been a chef here like the last 2 years, maybe 48 months. So
She is a chef here too. She's a good cook.
only because she feeds you. What the fuck? She can be like, I'm cooking oatmeal today. You'd be like, I fucking love you. All right?
Everybody's got to push it right to the extreme edge. Yeah. Now, she made a crack earlier about her meatloaf cake.
Oh, yeah, we're supposed to
That
have
was-
meatloaf cake coming
That
to
was
this time.
excellent.
Oh, you had it already?
Oh yeah, last time she was here, no, I don't remember. One of the times she was here, she made that meatloaf cake for us.
I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, well we had meatloaf coming out of our ears, so there was a couple of different meatloafs that day. But yeah, that meatloaf cake was good.
Tyler says that just means she's that good at cook. Of course, she's a great cook. There's nobody arguing that.
She's the only one I ever seen chase Rich out of the kitchen.
Well, that was because I have new gadgets, and she's like, "Oh, fuck you! I'm used to my shit. Leave me alone, Rich."
She was about
And I'm like, "But here's a gadget that will do that." She's like, "Leave me alone." I'm like, "Here's another gadget that'll do that." And she's like, "Leave me the fuck alone."
Rich walks out of the room and she says, if he'd have handed me one more gadget, I'd have backhanded him.
Love her.
Ah,
Well, I buy gadgets and I try the new things and I get new things going, So I got a French fry maker here. She don't need to cut French fries, It's just, and people don't like change, you know what I'm saying? So, it's all good. It's all good.
came out of the blue.
What's that?
The bottom one that just popped up. On the receiver, you can play his record player again. Well, that starts a whole nother conversation.
Holly Gemso goes, so what you're saying is Sue-Ann didn't want nothing to do with Richard's gadgets? No. Sue-Ann wanted to cook Sue-Ann's style and leave me the fuck alone after that. That's all there was to it. I'm like, well, this will help you. Fuck you. But this will cut it easier. No, fuck you. I'm like, but this one, she's like, fuck off. I'm sorry, kind of worker.
Yeah.
Her life's whole changed and now she's divorced. So, and now she's just got to keep chugging along. I'm with you. I'm with you right there. Here we go. I'm with you.
The change is necessary. Make a positive out of it.
I don't have no pain, Gracie. We're all good. You know, I'm just saying what should have been, what could have been, what should have been. That's
He's
all.
just practicing how many different ways you can say ouch.
You shut your mouth, old man.
I hope you're feeling better too, Grace.
You see this motherfucker's getting back to normal, right? You see this, right? He my dude. He my dude.
Sue-Ann's calling for ribs. Right back at you, Sue-Ann.
Did you just flip her off?
That was my vape.
Oh, okay. It looked like you just right back at you, Sue-Ann. That's what it looked like.
I'd much rather do it with a vape. Honestly. If you're going to give me one finger, make it a vape.
Combat says, how'd the doc appointment go? Is that you or me?
Oh, it must be me. You haven't been to one. No, I went right straight to the hospital and had them do a complete workup on me. You know,
But we did leave today to go to the Bureau of Motor Vehicles
oh,
and do
that
an eye test,
found
and
out,
they were closed.
found out it was a Juneteenth or something.
Yeah, today's the Juneteenth, which is some sort of holiday.
Yeah.
Point was, me and Jerry were downtown. We're ready to go.
I don't know.
Oh,
Josh must be watching. He answered it, or it looks like.
what do you answer?
The 6, okay.
Yeah, I see no Josh answers. All right, we'll leave the thing go.
Josh may not be here physically, but he's capable of being here just as well as
Oh, he
anybody
watches
else.
over this place
He
so
always
hard.
He's got better things to do with his family right now. Boy, he's got to run. Got birthday party coming up.
Where'd you see all that? Is that just that right there?
What?
This is what you're replying to?
I can see it, yeah.
Okay.
That's my bad. I don't read these
Wow.
well. The more stoned I get, the more I butt in on. That was a long silence.
People are talking again.
How many people we got on? I know there's side conversations.
There's like 118 people.
Anybody got any fishy questions? I mean, I'm not asking for the money, but I haven't seen a super chat in a long time. So
Well,
that's what it's for. You got a serious question you want answered, use the super chat. Gets our attention.
what does that say?
What?
What does that say? What does that say?
Which
What does that say?
I don't know. 124. All that. Somebody's what is the numbers up there? Oh, there's a super chat. Detox Tennessee, $5. Ribs. Ribs to you.
Ribs to you.
It's not much of a fishy question, but ribs back at you. Lost it again.
Good. I don't know where it's at. Fuck it.
Can't you get the chat back up on there?
The what?
Can you get the chat back up on there? That last drink went down pretty fast, bro. Whoops.
No. We're good.
All right, now a word from our sponsor. We're still going out on the air. We're just not able to see anything up here now.
Okay.
Doobie says it's bedtime. Conworker said you got the perfect cup. Nobody knows how much is in there. He's got to find out how to get back in there so we can close it down. Because we've still got 10 minutes. Looks like you guys got me on my phone. But the camera's still running. Somebody asked, do we still have the tortoise Chomper?
No.
Now, Chomper's got a really nice home now.
Right.
He's got a whole dang big field to himself with a couple of goats to play with.
Oh. Well, you know, they slide down from my room, standing up in our driveway. Ready. Ready. No. Are you ready?
Can you get the live stream back up so you can shut it down?
I can.
It's
Of course.
still operating.
Of course. That's my mouse not showing up. This is crazy. Love you guys. Been great hanging out with you.
Yeah. Ribs, everybody. Strand says, please stand by. We're experiencing technical difficulties. We now control your audio. We now control your video. Harley said that's a wrap for tonight. If we can figure out how to get back on here to turn it off. Otherwise, you guys can go ahead and chat till midnight.
Sure.
Wouldn't be the first time. I can't even be sure the audio is going out.
No.
Well, I can turn this up and find out, but then we get a feedback loop if it did. Because it's still going out. Summer's saying good night.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, it's the PC making noise. Someone was asking what's making the noise.
Okay.
Oh, Harley Jim says, we hear you. Okay. Thanks for the thumb. Just give the PC a water change. Right. That Doompy used to give the PC a water change. It's not feeling right. Yeah, after all the talking about cooking and stuff, I'm ready to go get myself something to eat anyway.
Ready? Let's go.
As ready as I'll ever be. Stay fishy, my friends. I'll go get my chores done and see if you guys are still up.
Oh. Let me get my phone. Thank you, sir.